your chips and your coins and you really want to make a name for yourself like Ned did, then you'll do it that way. You know, between dream hacks and evos and whatever, like we've seen where he ranks in the Midwest. You know, I just remember very early showings at like the early Frostbites, Showdown Battle Royale, of course, Combo Breaker. But of course, that is a thing of the past. Here we are again on my level 2020. We've again taking this show on the road, the Midwest edition. And we got two very usual suspects who are probably really comfortable in grand finals.
Two guys that definitely know each other as well. Definitely casting some very hype game 5 sets versus these guys.
Yes, sir.
Just as that one earlier where, I mean, it looked like that Skittles was going to go away with it, but we'll talk about that scary character that they call Charizard, man.
Yeah, Charizard is terrifying, man. I'm starting to think that might actually be Blaine's Charizard. I know you're not a Pokemon fan, so you don't know what that means, but just know that Blaine's Charizard is not to be messed with, all right? Like, the way that Ned pilots this guy, you would have thought that he would have been a fire-type gym leader. I mean, that Charizard is just nothing to sleep on. But that's not to take anything away from Squirtle and Ivysaur either. I mean, these two characters certainly get the job done, but I think there is a bit of a level of fear, you know, going against Charizard, that ability to KO at, like, I've seen Backer kill like 40, bro.
Down tilt, nothing afterwards, runs in, doesn't want to overextend. Okay, got Ivysaur in the air. Yep. Not having the best movement there, and then there's Charizard.
Now, see, like how Skittles had to figure out how to play around Grenade in that last game versus Apollo, he has to figure out how to punish Pokemon Switch. Know what moves of yours are going to force him to Pokemon Switch, and then know how to punish it accordingly. Of course, not going to land with Nair. The Flamethrower was a bait off the ledge. Great stuff.
Arrows, trying to keep Charizard out.
I talked about that passive aggressiveness. You know, that's one thing that Ned was really known for when he came into the community back in Smash 4, is like his movement. Remember, he had a lot of great movement options, and then Cloud came out, and that just really pushed him to the next level. You know, it's that stylized aggression. You gotta watch, because sometimes that movement was never meant to hit you. I'm just waiting for you to hit my shield.
Definitely not that guy. I'm not gonna use my limit. I'm just gonna keep it for the buffs and, you know, increase my movement.
Yep.
Always while watching something, man, like gonna throw it out. Just like, nah, man, I don't need to.
Always wild to think that was actually a thing. Like, you could hold limit the whole game. Thanks, Sakurai. That was cool. Very cool. Our bodies weren't ready. But yeah, this game here though, staying a little bit closer. Looking for his money's worth here out of Squirtle. One thing I really like about Squirtle is that, of course, you're going to put on that very small, that very minuscule, that minute %, but Squirtle's really good at pushing you off stage with those combos too, and that's some position, of course, that Youngling just does not need to be in. I think all three of the characters do a pretty good job at edge guarding. I guess a not proficient Youngling, like a novice Youngling. I mean, of course, Skittles is, you know, very great with this character, but still, just on paper, I think all three characters in, you know, Pokemon Trainers Trio does a good job at pressuring Youngling out there. At least if nothing else, if you don't hit them, it still applies pressure. Like, it still forces you to think. Like, you just can't recover for free. You know, like how he probably could versus, like, you know, Ike or some of these other characters that might be a little bit hesitant.
Okay, Nair pushes him back onto the stage. Alright, we got an arrow into an up here. We got Charizard back once again. Take that last stock. Fair.
An immediate fair too. Back to the ledge. Very dangerous spot to be in. He said, I know you're going to try to flamethrower. You're going to try to keep me off stage or stuck in a rough spot. I'm not going to let you have that. Oh, that was almost a throw. I feel like he was only going to go for grabby. He's looking for it. Looking for him to touch shield here. What he's doing now is using bow and arrow to kind of cover that space between him and Ned. Oh, Nair. Bomb.
180.
Wow, what the hell?
Charizard's not gonna be able to live that. So we're sitting at the last knock here, game number 1, set number 1. Nice competitive match.
Yes, sir. Comes back onto the stage a little too aggressive with that forwarder. You know, probably just fighting for dear life here at this point. You know, could be nerves getting to him. It makes sense. Ned is very proficient at that ledge, and so using forward air to demand some space. Okay. Okay, so I'll give you all the space you need down there in the blast zone. It's yours.
Right there, he got the Zair instead of the tether that he wanted. And just nothing after.
Alrighty. Well, Now that was most unfortunate, especially as somebody on the loser side who needs to reset this bracket to make some magic happen. Well, alrighty. Ned goes up game number 1. This match was still pretty close. I don't want to say one side was doing, predominantly better than the other, but looks like Ned has banned FD, respectively, and we've banned Kalos. Very good. We're going to Pokemon Stadium 2.
A little change of scenery is never bad. I mean, especially after that last set where we saw all town and city. And it looks like here Ned wanted to get rid of course, the flat stages.
Yes, sir.
Got rid of Kalos, got rid of FD as well. So I'm thinking maybe if this doesn't work out and Ned wins, then we could see town and city make a comeback.
Think so? I'm about it. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibilities. We can certainly see that. Alrighty, well, grand finals, game number 2. Pretty anticlimactic finish right there in that game 1 for Skittles. That's what game 2 is all about. Let's see how well he answers back. I've always felt like sometimes it's not so much about how proficient game number 1 is. Sometimes game number 2 is like that one that's like, look, dog, like I let you have the first one. I'm working with some momentum, but we'll see. I just think this is kind of tough for Skittles. It's this immediate switch of 3 different play styles, and they're all pretty aggressive. And not only that, but they all do away with you off stage pretty well. You have to know how to kind of switch your mentality on the fly, because I got to say, Ned Squirtle, one of the nicest Squirtles I've seen in a long time.
And I think Squirtle's normally like the... I decided, what the Pokemon I'm going to try to do, like, off of the Squirtle. I feel like a lot of times, even at, like, higher competitive level play, people staying on Squirtle too long, and I think the management of that character a lot of the time has decided matches.
That's right. And I certainly agree. I mean, as you can see right here, Squirtle was very much the factor that got him off stage. And I guess never thought of it that way. Squirtle definitely sets the tone on how the rest of the trio is gonna throw down. Nice, both of them using tethers to get back to the stage. Of course, one's B, one's with up B.
Oh gosh! All right, Ivysaur putting in the work.
All right, T.
Yeah, but Squirtle, he's like that opener at work, man. Squirtle doesn't come in and get the food line set up and stuff like that for lunchtime when it's time for Ivysaur to come in. Now Ivysaur has to do all the work that Squirtle, didn't do.
That's right. And then of course, Charizard works the night shift, and there's just no way in hell he's doing whatever he gets done in the morning. So the morning crew don't get it.
It's like ain't nothing prepped. We ain't get nothing done, bro.
That's right. Don't ring out any of the customers. Don't do anything. I just back here, homie. So as long as you need that, I got you. Okay. The board's lava indeed, but it's gonna take a little bit more. Oh, F smash. Okay. We don't see very many of those come out from from the links.
So there was a kind of peculiar switch to the Squirtle right there. I think maybe he could have already been looking forward to the next stock and was like, you know what? Skittles is at a percent where I don't want Squirtle, I want Ivysaur, so we'll just start off Ivysaur.
Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. Great spot dodge. Oh. Okay, that was great. But yeah, you gotta punish the Pokemon switch. Yeah, no choice really but to switch the Charizard there. Now see, here's the thing. So we talked about how Squirtle sets the tone of the match, right, for the Pokemon trainer. But fighting against Pokemon trainer, if you can be in charge of when he switches Pokemon, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you can force him to switch, that's how you know you're in his head.
They can do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy, didn't come into work. I need you here.
Yeah, now I gotta come in early. Oh my goodness. He said, that's cool, bruh. I don't mind the overtime on the paycheck. Charizard getting it done. 1 game close here to closing this out here in a potential 3-game finish. I get, it's Ned, bro. I mean, Ned just beats ass. I mean, I wish there was something cooler to say about him, but he's just that damn good. He just wins. He just gets it done.
There are definitely those guys that you watch. It was like, oh, they got cool, they got style or whatever. And sometimes there's just a guy who's like, hey, bro, I'm just a guy that knows how to win.
I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy being a dude in my Lordstern voice. We're just guys being dudes, my brother.
All right. So, okay. Look, there we go. Town and City coming out for that game number 3. Shout out to these guys for actually making it seem like I know what I'm talking about with these stage picks today.
Right, because you've been getting really lucky. No, I'm kidding.
Sometimes you're like, oh, yeah, and they just go exactly what you told them not to do. And it's just like, I've had times where I've gotten off the mic and I look at the person and I'm just like, what was that stage pick? Why?
Why, bro? Why, brother?
Like, you got beat up on Pokemon Stadium twice as Donkey Kong. You don't need to be there.
Well, For everybody that's in the chat, we are definitely happy you've been kicking it with us for this long, all 600 or so of you. I know it's fluctuating a bit, but thank you for kicking it with us here at GOML 2020. Potential final game here. Ned up 2 games. The first one, we got an SD. That second one was very much like, I got this in the bag. So we'll see how this last one goes here for Skittles as we kick it off. Got a little bit of latency issues here, thanks to Nintendo HQ. Get that fixed.
Man, I'm just sitting here like watching. I was like, okay, this is game number 3. Skittles is gonna come out. He's gonna do his dang thing, and then Charizard's gonna seal that last stock, bro. Watch. Okay.
Yeah, back up, man. Water gun, just chill, please.
Ned is actually feeling himself too much.
Yeah, this is when Ned is kind of at his most dangerous, and he's showing shades of like his Smash 4 stuff. I mean, he's always been good. He's pretty damn good in Ultimate. The Smash 4, like when that movement starts coming out, he starts doing what he does best. It's a bad time for the competition. But okay. All right.
We got the taunts coming out from Young Link.
It's a bit of a game of mental. There's some mental chess here.
Oh, that bomb.
Okay, throws the bomb down here that time. Probably thought he was gonna try to run off over there. And yes, that's like the Puppet classic there. That's one thing Puppet really likes to do. Like if the pressure's a little bit too thick, I'm just gonna up B out of shield.
Out of shield options in this game. Pretty wild.
Love how every Pokemon trainers play differently. You'll never find 2 that are the same.
Oh yeah, I mean they better not all play the same. You got 3 characters.
Yeah.
We're do something different.
Right there, right into the shell. Oh yeah, I'm learning.
Wow.
I'm learning. Watch yourself. Probably didn't want to go for the parry there that time, but he probably dropped shield because he wanted to move closer. That way he can get that throw. But regardless, still sending the message. I am very well aware of when you're going to up me on some grounded stuff.
And they're just keeping Skittles off stage.
They go for
End in the corner. Skittles finally regaining some stage positioning. Right there, hoping to get a roll out of the Squirtle.
Okay, now we got a Pokemon switch. I'm not exactly sure what the rhyme or reason was behind that, but if it's because Young Link is putting on a lot of pressure, then Young Link Skittles certainly needs to try to use this type of mentality that he's in charge of the Pokemon switches to his advantage.
Sitting at the 86% with your back to the wall versus Young Link, I could definitely see that. Not want to lose an early stock and give Skittles any type of momentum to bring himself back into the set. Woo! Gosh, claw to the face.
Try to cover himself just a little bit too much. Boomerang wasn't quite on its way back, and so he goes for the forward there to try to, negate that.
That Boomerang has just been wonking Charizard here.
Charizard getting bombed.
Charizard just moving around menacingly.
We get one more. Yeah,
bro.
hit that boy with the smash 3D. Hit him with the 3DS.
Charizard just over here doing his thing.
Yeah.
Parry up smash.
Very smart, yeah. Again, that's the difference between, kind of Charizard and the other two, is that the other two are going to, try to approach you aggressively, but not Charizard. I mean, Charizard will approach you aggressively, but it's not going to be an aggressive attack, though. I'm definitely going to try to wait for something out of shield, so got to keep that in mind versus Charizard. Yes, he is slower, but damn, he's all the more terrifying.
Ooh, okay, trying to poke at him up on that. The down tilt grab, or that's actually the forward tilt from Squirtle, ain't it?
Yeah, it looks similar.
Yeah, he what is he splashes water on his down tilt?
Yeah, because there's some characters like if you watch a new trailer for a character and you just see the move that they do, like you just been playing some of Smash, like that's what that move. I know what that is. Squirtle definitely throws me off with the F tilt and down tilt sometimes.
Oh, back air. Instead, Charizard being the character that's gonna finish out this set.
Oh, goes for the fourth though, yeah.
Further back.
Not enough percent for the seismic toss. Gonna go for the bomb reset, of course. Okay, back at the ledge again. That's a re-grab with flamethrowers. He got under his skin and boom, tail right on top of the tunic.
Right.
Great stuff right there from Ned. There you go. You got your GOML 2020 Midwest champion right here. Ned closing it out, not even allowing the reset. He put Skittles into losers, and he put Skittles into the grave. Great stuff right there from Ned.
He said with quick fashion, man. He's like, you know what? Nobody wants to watch the bracket reset today. He's probably got. I don't know what Ned does in his spare time. There's some Smashers, you know what they do in their spare time. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Don't want to know what most Smashers do in their spare time. Especially looking at how like the last few months have been for Smash. I don't care what they do in their extracurricular time. But when they're on the stage and they're online stage, in-person stage, whatever it is, when they're playing, that's what I care about most. And so great stuff right here from Ned. Babyface, this is baby Ned too. So yes, there is adult Ned, there's teen Ned, and then of course there is in Dragon Ball FighterZ there is baby Ned, who just did the damn thing here.
Oh gosh, I'm all right with the 3-0 win. It's crazy after watching a game 5 in winners finals, just being able to. They just did it, bro.
Yeah,
there's nothing else you could say. Came through, used his Squirtle, punished his hero spins. Did amazing edge guarding. He Charizarded him.
Yep. Yeah, and not only just that, but a lot of that actually. But just also how well that they all three characters dealt with Skittles off stage. I don't think I mean both of those two characters have some very clear weaknesses, and of course to be as talented as they are, you have to figure out how to play around them. And I think Ned did just a slightly better job at playing around his own weaknesses, not allowing himself to Pokemon switch when he wants to, not allowing Skittles to punish the Pokemon switches. If I'm going to switch Pokemon, I'm going to do it way away from you so you can't even, because I know up air lasts forever, but I'm not going to allow you to have that. But when I think of just how well Ned did Skittles off stage, like that was just, I mean, both sets too, like the one in winners and of course this one in grands.
Yeah, the one where he avoided like the forward air. They're in that last set. I really liked his switch off of Squirtles at those safer percentages where a lot of times, you see people stay Squirtle and they die at 80, and it's like, bro, like, I mean, you knew it was gonna happen. It was a liability.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, with that in mind, friends, do we got replays? Are there replays, or is that it? I think that might be it. Benjamin, we got replays.
Could have replays. All right.
What do you say?
We'll find it out right now.
Find it out right now. But in the meantime, though, what you should do is, first of all, don't touch that dial, okay? Because we might have some replays online. Hashtag GOML on GOML 2020, GOML online on Twitter. Of course, keep spreading the word. Follow GOML's plan. Follow Even Matchup. Follow Waveform. Follow everything that has to do with, not just Canadian Smash, but just Canadian gaming, okay? Remember, this tournament won a video game award, won an esport award in Canada, okay? Like I knew, I said, look, I was like, Joe, you're going to win this award, right? He was like, nah, man. You're like, it's like events like EGLX and DreamHack, like this more, esports, whatever. I was like, nah, bro. I said, forget the esports, bro. This is about events for the people. You know what I mean? And when Red Bull and GOML get together, those are events for the people. Happen. Yep, for the people, by the people. We knew that they were going to win. I knew deep down in my heart, I was like, there's no way if GOML doesn't win, because there are tournament series that wishes they had the camaraderie and the community togetherness that GOML has. And not just Canada, just in gaming, period. So I knew that they were going to win. But anyway, though,
man, I wish I knew what Rod knows. I just know about stages.
Yeah, there's just some things you can just feel in your bones. Like when I looked at the lineup, I'm like, oh, GOML has this free. Like this is free. But are there any no replays yet?
So right now, me and my boy Rod are gonna sign out.
Okay, so no replays.
And then we have some replays after. So no, don't go away. This will be kind of like sum up the top 6. See some of the nice highlights that we had. But thank you for tuning in. I'm Censored.
Yo, I'm Rod, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Peace.
Oh, dang. Okay, we got a minute left. We're gonna kick it for a minute, man.
All right, cool. So, what are we gonna do for a minute?
What are we gonna talk about?
So
what you been up to, man? Since course, I know people want to know what Rod's been up to.
You don't want to know what I've been up to. I've been chilling, bro. I was in New Jersey with Joe, Max, and Dre, and Angel Cortez, and a couple other really nice players. We were kicking it, man. Took a master class, hip hop, improv, freestyling, that type of stuff. It was cool.
Doing more than I have, man. I just been bro. You know how many pairs of shoes I bought this year? I bought 22 pairs this year, bro.
Not 22, bro. You only got 2 feet, brother.
Oh, man.
I mean, I like sneakers too, but good Lord. Good.
All right, but I think we are actually all good to bring those highlights to you now.
All righty.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm Censored, and this is Rod the Dutch. Thanks for tuning in to the GOML NA Open Midwest Edition. We're just gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it.